it's thanks to our sponsors and commercial partners that Property Tribes is a free-to-use community resource. And what we've tried to do is build a trusted ecosystem of suppliers and partners. And I'm delighted to welcome a new one today, one of the most trusted names in Landlord Insurance. It's Boswell Group. And joining me is Heath. And Heath, it's really great to have you on board with Property Tribes. First of all, we'd love to have an overview of the Boswell Group.
Okay, well, we've been trading for over 30 years. We've got in excess of 230 staff spread across 6 branches. We deal with all types of insurance, from personal to commercial, as well as financial services. And we pride ourselves on our customer service that we offer our customers.
We mentioned trust in the beginning of the intro there, and that's one thing that you can actually prove with a metric, can't you?
Yes, we have a FIFO rating of typically 98% for both our customer service and the products that we offer.
I think when it comes to landlord insurance, landlords need to understand that, of course, the property is their greatest asset, and that it's not always price that counts. And, you know, landlords need to understand that they must look at what's included in each insurance policy. So what advice would you give in that regard?
The key thing is actually read your policy. Are you covered for 10 things or are you covered for 50 things? A lot of that will depend on how much you're going to pay for your insurance, but particularly if you are new to the market or thinking about getting into the buy-to-let market, just pick up the phone and give somebody like ourselves a call. We can guide you through that process and hopefully answer any queries that you, or even worries that you may have about letting a property to potentially a complete stranger.
And we do want to encourage landlords picking up the phone, because as a landlord myself, I know that I like to do a lot of things online, but that doesn't always answer questions that landlords may have, and they may need some sort of specialist advice. You're more than happy to actually talk to landlords and explain what the policy covers and make sure it fits their needs.
Yeah, absolutely. We're not here to restrict the amount of time that our advisors will speak to a potential customer. So we're here to answer any queries that a landlord or prospective landlord has. We'll do our best to get those questions answered. If we get asked anything that we might have to maybe speak to an insurer about, we're happy to do that. That's no problem whatsoever.
And I think one of the interesting things we find on Property Tribes is we have a lot of questions about non-standard insurance. And again, this is an area where you can support landlords, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. As a broker, what we are finding is that a lot of people might buy their insurance online when it's very straightforward, but more often than not, we will get the calls when people are struggling with buying online, and we generally find that speaking to customers or prospective customers and answering those queries, that helps to kind of build confidence in them to actually make a purchase.
And particularly if it is a very unusual thing, such as a non-standard construction, you would still look to place that policy accordingly, wouldn't you?
We would. We've got specialist insurers that we deal with, and it's even possible for us to place a thatch-let property, so that's pretty high risk.
It is. I mean, there's lots of risks for landlords actually insurance, but two that really spring to mind are actually cannabis farming and also flood risk. You're happy to hear about those kind of inquiries as well, aren't you?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, most of the products that we deal with will cover things like cannabis farms. It will form under the section of malicious damage by tenants. Not all products cover that, but most of the time the cover will be provided subject to you carrying out reasonable checks on the prospective tenants in the first place.
Of course, well, that goes without saying. And I think to finish really, why did you want to become a supporter of Property Tribes? Because you very much want to engage with the community and to answer the community questions as well, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. We're happy to be part of the education for landlords. As I said before, we've been around for over 20 years. Our business has been built on our reputation and our customer service, and we want that to continue.
Well, thank you very much for supporting Property Tribes, and we're really delighted to have you on board. And we're going to put the contact details for Alan Boswell Group below this video. And if you have any insurance questions, the guy's brand ambassador is going to be on hand to answer them for you. So thanks very much, Heath. We really are glad to have developed this relationship with you, and we look forward to working with you.